Welcome, I'm your host Fletch. Today's memory lane we're going to go down is the metric system. Yeah, back in the day when I was a youngster, probably, yes, I was 15, the US is going to think of switching over to the metric system. Metric system was developed in France in the 1700s, and yes, most of the world uses it except us. It was designed to be simple, less conversions. Everything was based on a power of 10. And the prefixes was milli, centi, deci, deca, hecto, and kilo. And you're surprised why it didn't pass in the US. Uh, each step is 10 times different. So, yes, technically it was easier to convert back and forth and than yards to feet and inches and all that. 1 meter equals 39.37 inches. 1 inch equals 2.54 centimeters. As from the lumber industry, if they would have converted everything, a 2x4 8 would have been a 38 millimeter by 89 millimeter by 2.44 centimeter. Yeah. You imagine if we would have switched over, I'd take, an order over the phone, say, some guy goes, hey, I need some 38 millimeters by 89 millimeters by 2.44 meters. Okay, get on that. Or how about a piece of plywood? 12 millimeter by 1.2 meter by 2.44 meter. Shocked that we didn't switch over. Other examples is, the water freezes at 0 Celsius, which is 32 degrees. Water boils at 100 Celsius, easy enough, 212 degree Fahrenheit. Lumber related, shingles for roofs come 36 inches long. And yes, they did convert them in 1975. And boy, was that a headache for the roofers and the builders. Back then, all the dimension was as it is today, but here now they're applying 39.37 inch long shingle tabs. So you can imagine what the conversion was back in the day, especially if you had to add on to your existing. And we went, I don't know how many years, but we did switch over. And then the US said, I don't think this is going to work out. So they did go back to 36 inches long. What a mess. It caused a hiccup, but I'm sure the roofers were happy that it did switch back. It all started back when good old President Gerald Ford said, hey, let's switch over to metric. Everybody else is doing it. Why not us? So in 1975, he created an act that would move it forward. It was voluntary, wasn't mandated. So on it went. So that's where I remember I was in school and we were learning it, and it was not fun. Going from it's like different languages, going from English to Spanish for me. So then President Ronald Reagan came into office. In 1982, he kind of said, and he probably had a little tap on the shoulder from then NFL Commissioner Pete Rozelle, saying, hey, Ron, how you doing? Metric system, huh? Ain't gonna work for my game. I don't think we should do it. So I'm sure Ron says, okay, Pete, no problem. Let's get rid of this. So he did abolish it in 1982. So the world goes on. They use it. A lot of the manufacturers here in the city in the U.S. still use it because they're probably doing parts for cars and whatnot. And as you know, pop is a leader and booze and all that. But not much out there. Not in measurements, anyhow. So that is my memory lane for today, and I hope to see you in the next one. Take care.